ahead of time. Okay, there we go. All right. So again, Mr. Bernier, thank you so much for taking this interview with me. And I want to start off by saying congratulations on your recent leadership vote win.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be with you.
So I just wanted to start off, not a lot of people may know what like the leadership vote are. So how is it brought about this time? Is it automatic after every election? Did the members request it? How did it happen?
First, as you know, we created and I founded the People's Party of Canada in 2018. And based on a strong program, based on 4 principles: individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness. And all our policies are in line with these principles. So I created the party, I was the leader of the party. We ran our first election in 2019, second one in 2021. I didn't win in my former riding in Beauce in 2019. And I didn't win also in that riding at the last general election. So after that, I decided that it would be a good time to ask the members of our party, the membership of the People's Party of Canada, to review my leadership if they want to. So for me, personally, I think it was important to do it. So we hired an independent firm based in Montreal, Simply Voting. They were in charge of all the votation, and we opened that for the month of November. And that ended at the beginning of December. And as you know, I was very pleased to receive the 95% of support for our members. The question was, do you want Maxime Bernier to stay the leader of the People's Party of Canada? Yes or no? So I had a 95% yes. And it was important for me because now we have a strong mandate to continue and work harder to be sure that at the next general election, this party will be ready.
Okay, and right after your leadership vote, you said that you had big plans for the PPC to prepare us for the 45th general election, and you're excited to get to work on this mandate. Can you elaborate a little bit on what that is, or maybe even give us a clue on what's to come?
Yeah, first, we are a new political party, and we grew from 1.6% to 5% of the vote. I believe that at the next general election, we must increase our percentage of the vote also from 5% maybe to 8-9%. And our goal would be to elect some of our candidates, starting by myself. So that would be the goal for the next general election. That may happen in 2 years or 3 years. As you know, we never know because it's a minority government. So that being said, the party must be ready. So we are working on the EDAs, Electoral District Associations, to be sure to have EDAs that will be efficient. And also we are working on that. We have 2 new persons that are working on us at the head office full time. One in charge of the organization on the ground and the other one in charge of social media. So that will help. We are able to have more people. So our goal in 2022 will be to have an organization all across the country, because we want to be sure that at the next general election we'll have a candidate in every riding in this country. We want to give the opportunity to every single Canadian to be able to vote for the PPC, to be able to vote for their values. Mm-hmm. And so we are working on that in 2022, the organization on the ground. Also, what we want to do, we want to reapprove our candidates as soon as possible, early next year, January and February. And we want our candidates to be reapproved. That will give them time to work in their riding, to be known in their riding, to be active in their riding. And so that's very important. And so that would be a process that the head office would do, reappoint our candidates. And also we are working for the end of next year, maybe fall next year, if we can in person. We want to have a meeting, a conference together with our candidates, our executive of our riding association. So we are growing the party step by step. And for me, my goal will be in 2022 to travel across the country and to help our organization on the ground. So that being said, it can be difficult because, as you know, I'm not double vaxxed and I won't. And we'll see what will happen if I'm able to travel or not. And if not, we'll need to find a plan B for that. So we have a lot of things that we want to do. We are a small team, but the team is growing. And the most important, this party is in good financial position. We don't have any debts. We never did any deficit. We are fiscally responsible, and our financial statement will end the 31st of this month, 31st of December. And I can tell you that we'll have another surplus there, about $400,000. And so I want to thank our donors. They're very generous, and we are putting money aside in the bank to be ready for the next election. So that would be important. So this party is there for the long time, for the long run. We have a plan for this country, and I believe that we have the best policies for a freer and a more prosperous country.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I do want to transition to the federal election from last year, just comparing it from 2019, your first run, to this last election in 2021. What did you change this time around that made the difference? So what made Canadians vote for you this time? Because just looking at the votes, the PPC almost tripled the amount of votes that they had in 2019 in 2021.
Yeah, so in 2019, we did a campaign based on our 4 principles and our strong platform. And at that time, we focused a little bit more on our policy on immigration. Our goal as a political party, we will campaign on the same platform at the next general election. So we're not like the traditional establishment political parties, doing survey and polling, and after that, building a platform for the election. This party has been built on principles, on policies, and we will always defend the same policies. So at the election in 2019, we focused maybe on a little bit more on the immigration policy, and on the election in 2021, the last one, we focused a little bit more on our freedom, individual freedom and personal responsibility, with the hysteria around COVID-19. So that was a big difference, but we were running on the same platform. And I can tell you that at the next general election, we will run on the same platform, and we will focus maybe a little bit more on the economy. I hope COVID hysteria and these draconian measures won't be discussed at the next general election, because I hope we will have gained back our freedoms. So that being said, I believe that the subject of the next general election must be maybe the economy with the inflation tax. And so we have the solution for that in our platform. We may speak a little bit more about the economy at the next general election. But what you must know is, if you go on our website, all our policies, that will be always the same one. We are doing politics based on principle and conviction, not based on survey and polling. And what we believe that we have the right ideas. We just have to speak about it and to explain our policies and our ideas, and we'll have more support. We have a vision for this country, and now you're right. You know, we had about 300,000 people that voted for us in 2019, and we were able to grow that to 840,000. And next time, I don't know, that must be 1 million or 2 million people. We have the best ideas for the prosperity of this country. We will always speak proudly, openly, with passion and conviction about our policies and what we believe in, about our values, and that's why our support will grow.
Okay, so just looking at specific areas of the country, do you think that there are any like PPC strongholds that you might be able to flip into seats for the next federal election? Because I know for the Green Party, they got maybe just under 300,000 votes, but because they had little pockets, they were able to win 2 seats. Have you, in the last 2 elections, have you found any sort of like small pockets that you might be able to flip in the next election?
Yeah, our goal is always to have a candidate in every riding, because we want to grow our support. We want to give the opportunity to every Canadian to be able to vote for their values for the PPC. So that's why that would be the same goal at the next general election, to have a candidate everywhere, to give the opportunity to everybody to vote for us and to increase our percentage of the vote. That strategy was very well received, and we were able to increase that percentage of the vote at the last general election. That being said, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. So yes, now I believe after 2 elections, we have more data, and we know that we have more support in rural Alberta, rural Manitoba, rural Saskatchewan, and we may put more resources there at the next general election to be sure that we'll have people elected, starting by myself as a candidate. I don't believe that I will run again in the riding in both.
Really?
I believe that I will choose a riding where I have the most chances to win, and it may be in Western Canada, and I will move there with my wife, and I will campaign there a couple of months before the next general election.
Okay. So I was going to ask you about putting candidates in every riding, but you've already gone off and done that. So reports suggest that the Green Party, the administrative structure is collapsing. Do you see any potential for the PPC to gain voter support over the possible demise of the Green Party?
Well, we had gained some support from the Green Party. I can tell you that at the last general election, we not only had former conservatives that voted for us, but also former NDP and Green, because the main issue for them was to gain back their freedom. So I believe that we can attract people from different backgrounds in our political party if they believe in our 4 principles. So the answer to that question, yeah, we can attract more people from the Green, we can attract more people from the NDP, and we'll see what will happen. But we won't pander to them. We won't pander. We don't do that kind of politics. We're not politically correct, and we won't be politically correct. And we are telling the truth. And if you like it, I hope you'll vote for us. If you don't like it, just don't vote for us. We don't pander to any special interest group. But I believe that some people from the Green or the NDP will come on our side because we have the best platform. And also we have a solution for the inflation tax that is coming right now.
Okay, and I wanted to just transition over to the Ontario provincial election. So next June, Ontario is going to the polls, and a close advisor of yours, Randy Hillier, announced that he was going to be starting the Ontario First Party, and reports were saying that this party is, quote, essentially the provincial wing of the PPC, unquote. Does your party have any official ties with this new provincial party?
No, we don't have any official ties. That new political party is an independent party. So there's no link organization here with the PPC. What I can tell you, I support personally the Ontario First Party. And they asked us to take the same color, purple, and we said yes. And I work I work a lot with Randy Hillier at the last general election. Randy helped us a lot in Ontario and also in other provinces. So I support Randy, and I support personally that party. And I know that a lot of our candidates, former candidates in Ontario, will be a candidate for Randy and for that party. So, and yes, officially, we don't have any official political branches in different provinces. And we won't. We are doing politics at the federal level, and our goal is not to have branches of the BPC provincially. But if some of our people, some of our members are ready to do that, and that's their choice. And I believe that Randy did it, and is building a strong party with good candidates, and I will support them.
Mm-hmm. And I just have one more question. And just focusing on this Ontario election with the Ontario First Party, do you plan to campaign with Hillier and other candidates of his party during the next provincial election?
But I will actually, I will be with Randy next Saturday, Saturday the 17th or 18th of December in Toronto for a first Freedom Rally. I'll be with him over there. And if I can help a little bit, I'll do my best. I know that these people are promoting the same ideas that we are promoting. So I hope that a lot of them will be elected at the next provincial election.
Okay. And I think that's all I got. I'm going to let you go. I only said I only wanted 20 minutes from you. Thank you again so much for letting me do this. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I wish you all the best in the new year.
Thank you, you too, and thank you for that interview. It was very professional, and I wish you big success with your you're doing a master now, I believe.
Yeah, I'm doing the journalism masters at Western.
Yeah, so I wish you big success. We need more people like you. We need real journalists and not activists like leftists. So thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Bernier. I appreciate the compliment. Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.